You look like some trouble, I just might wanna get into. Pull up and so girl, you know I don't do it. So pull up in the drop top, baby send the addy. Hit it from the back, cause I know you got a fatty. Yeah, sipping on so rock, fucking natty. Got me in her mouth, I'm my new favorite candy. Double G where the waist is. She don't mess around with no basic. Roll me up a blunt, gotta face it. Just another weekend getting faded. Gotta stay away from the fake shit. They gon' say they love you when they hatin'. The rats gon' lead where the snakes is. The demons gon' lead you to Satan. You look like some trouble, I just might wanna get into. Pull up and so girl, you know I don't do it. So you look like some trouble, I just might wanna get into. Pull up and so girl, you know I don't do it. So limes and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya. Limes and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya. You look like the gym, your favorite hobby. Swear you the baddest at the party. Two-turn to go right in the Audi. She gon' ride it like a Kawasaki. Anything you can do, I can do better. You got your juice, but the sauce is forever. Shopping at Marshalls, I buy Gucci sweater. Just spend a rack on my mace and my jealous. That bitch body, skin tone, looking like she came from the island. Off-white, fashion over, never needed stylist. Love getting high, that's my new co-pilot.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. It's your special Sunday all-sauce team. Guys, we haven't had an all-sauce team in a hot minute. We've been jamming with those other fellas. It's back to the roots, baby, for game 2. How are we living today, guys?
Man, I'm happy to be back, but I do miss those two guys, man. It's the good vibes with all 5 of us in here.
We'll be back.
I don't miss them. This is pretty intimate. Let's go.
Oh, man. Well, this is your all-sauce team on a special Sunday talking about game 2. My name is Sweatpant Jesus. This is brought to you by Betting News. I got my buddy Vsauce in the house. Obviously, got Sukh Brar 4. I don't know why I said your handle. It's Sukh. Just Sukh.
Just Sukh, baby.
Let's go. Yeah, we will get back to the Saucy Bet Espresso during the week, this coming week. We're gonna have a little bit of a different schedule this week for you guys. So if you've gotten used to the schedule over the last couple months, obviously with the NHL finals or the NHL Stanley Cup finals and with the NBA finals kind of being back and forth, we're gonna switch around how we do things this week, but we'll still be coming at you boys and girls live all week
after
long.
Both those finals end, unfortunately, we'll all try to get saucy with some MLB, some futures, some WNBA. Honestly, I've been looking at some lines, some stats, and some of the things that these girls are pulling up. They got like props on like different books now, different odds, even some kind of ladders in some places. So, I mean, why the fuck not?
You come 2 weeks from now, you're going to have to drag me onto this show. You're going to have to beg and plead. I ain't watching no baseball. I ain't watching no WNBA.
I just want everyone to know that Sukh texts me daily about this show and what he wants to do, so that's definitely not happening.
I'm the Chuck of this crew. I'm just here and I'm gonna complain about it, but I'm still here.
You're the Chuck, yeah. But Chuck texts those guys, "Hey, bro, when are we going live, man? When can I get up on there? When am I gonna win my first? When am I gonna win my first championship?
Right?
When is it gonna happen?" Yeah. Oh, shout out Lando, brother. I'm so sorry about your cards. They are shit in the bed. But I need a Goldie bomb to get me to the next phase of my lotto that I cooked. I had a Goldie 4 bases and Cabrian Hayes 3 bases. And Cabrian Hayes did his No, he's 0 for 3.
You want to hit us with your baseball plays then right now since we're on?
Sure, I'll give you guys my baseball plays. The 2 of them already started. So one of them was a Paul Goldschmidt over 1.5 bases. Yeah, a Goldie bomb. Let's manifest it. I want it to happen live. Lando, if you have a chance to stay in here, and if he hits a fucking bomb live, please say it, because the other part of my lotto was Cabrian Hayes 3+ bases, and he cashed for the kiddos. I liked his over 1.5 for +122. I posted it on my Twitter today. That already smacked. Love that. And the last one that I have is, oh man, I wasn't prepared necessarily for this, but it's the pitcher. Oh my God, where is it? I don't have notes. Oh God. You made a lot of video.
No, I'm just kidding.
Made a lot of video.
Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video. Made a lot of video
Oh my God! I'll find it in a minute. I'll find it in a second. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I'll let you know he might get an at bat this inning, if not for sure next inning. Let's go. I swear, if we hit a Goldie, if we get a Goldie bomb, you're gonna see me. You might see me dance on the show for the first time, which
What kind of
might be
dancing?
big vibes for the kids. The kind of dancing you like. Um,
I meant
yeah,
belly dancing.
Taj Bradley. Oh, you like belly? Do you like belly dancing? Ooh. Okay. Yeah. All right. So my baseball play is Taj Bradley over 4.5 strikeouts. Pitching today for the Rays against the Red Sox. He's actually had 8+ strikeouts in 3 of his last 6 starts. His first start was against the Red Sox this season, and he had 8 Ks. The over 4.5 is -140. I really like that play. That actually starts really soon. If not, yeah, it starts at 12:30 Central. So you got about 20 minutes to get that in, or 15 minutes to get that in. I really like that play a bunch on the diamond. There's some stuff I like later. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Going
Honestly,
straight
while
back.
we're on baseball, I'd love to talk about a play that I'm on.
Let's
the diamond.
go.
Yeah.
Get it. Let's go.
I mean, it's gonna happen one way or another, man. Summertime is long and it's dry. So if I'm not bitching about baseball, what the fuck am I really doing?
Are you describing your sex life for summertime?
That's a different show.
All
totally
right.
different show.
With that, my prop is actually a K prop too. I'm looking at Sandy Alcantara. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Over strikeouts.
Nice.
He hasn't been the best this season. He's been pretty bad with I think like a 3.4+ ERA or 3.89 ERA. But the thing is he gets the perfect bounce back spot here. This Oakland A's team, they rank, where is it? Right here. Sorry, I've got it. 27% strikeout versus right-handed pitchers, and Sandy's playing at home. Perfect bounce back spot for an A's team that has been struggling to hit the ball versus both righties and lefties. I think he's still been seeing with his baddies, he's been on average 6.1, 6.2 innings per game. So I think he can get us there with 7 strikeouts. It's also at +100. The value there for a number that's I think a little bit higher than it probably should be. He's averaging 5.8 strikeouts on the year and 5.5 at home. So it's a little bit riskier. It's on the high side, but for +100, I'll put a unit on that.
I like that a lot. I actually did look at Sandy today. This A's team strikes out a ton. They're a great target to. I actually played Jesus Luzardo when they. What's up, Steely Dan? We got Steely Dan in the house. Let's go. Luzardo against the A's a couple games ago. He's been great for the Fish this season as well, and he soared. So I like this. What is it? Is it 6.5 or is it 7.5?
6.5. You know, I think it might be 6 on Prize Picks. I can't access those lines from here, but little morning game 2-teamer, right? You got Taj Bradley and Sandy, right?
Why not?
Prize Picks 2-teamer. Why the fuck not?
Little 2-teamer. I dig that. I like that a lot. Me and the 2 non-baseball boys getting in the Diamond Lab. I have actually been enjoying getting in the Diamond Lab. I've been doing all right. He struck out again. God, what is he doing today, Lando?
Goldie is so bad.
What is he doing? He's gonna have probably one more at bat.
Maybe he's hungover.
It could be. Sunday baseball's tough because, it's just an interesting. It's one of those things that's just really hard to get a hold of. But anyway, okay, so that was a little bit of baseball for you guys. But the reason why we're here, we're gonna talk about Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Game 1 the other night, a little bit funky. It was a little bit strange. I actually didn't get to watch the game live. I had to go back and kind of watch highlights and watch some tape myself. It was the Heat almost covered. They were right there. I think that they have a pretty good chance to cover today, but I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. But before we get into all of that, we're going to play Smash or Pass.
Oh, yeah.
Get the vibes going. No trivia today. We're just going to go back to the OG stuff, and I'm going to show you guys some stuff, and you're going to tell me whether you would smash or pass. All right, so yeah, exactly. To get the vibes up today, what we're gonna do some music. So I'm gonna bring up some artists, and you guys would tell me whether you would smash or pass on these particular artists. This one's going to be extensive because I'm going to come back to this one multiple times because obviously there's so many different types of music and music is fun. So let's get it started with a little bit of an older one. Get the vibes up. Queen. Would you smash or pass
Oh, Sukh
on
got
some
so
Queen?
excited. Look at him.
Holy fuck, I would switch sides for Freddie Mercury. That motherfucker crawls out of the grave, and I'll crawl into his coochie, his pants. I'll get in there, boy.
Let's go.
Man.
Look. Oh, we got
Oh my
Kanika. Let's go.
Oh yeah,
Let's
Sukh?
go.
Oh my god.
Smash from Steely Dan. So we got. I'm assuming you're smashing then, correct? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bicycle, fucking Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm there, baby. Let's go.
Definite smash. I wish I had listened to more Queen, but definite smash.
Also a humongous smash for me too. I love Queen. Probably one of my favorite all-time bands. Timeless and gone too soon. Even now with their cover band, even with Adam Lambert, is also great. But nobody does it like Freddie Mercury. Yeah, if you don't like Queen,
you gotta grow up. Hell yeah.
Yeah. If you don't like Queen, grow up.
You don't like Queen.
Yeah, this is a Queen.
Grow up, just fuck you.
Yeah, just fuck you,
dude. You toss that vinyl on, and if you do not fucking jam with that shit, you don't know music. You don't know music.
Queen's a bop, man. They will always, and that's why that's a great thing about music for me is that if it's timeless, then it shows how great an artist is. And Queen has, from the '60s to now, it's insane.
They got a song about a bicycle. Like, how the fuck is that song good? Like, what the hell?
I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I might have to get some Queen remix action and throw it in somewhere around here. I'll make a video for that because I didn't know your love of Queen, and I'm a big Queen guy too. So
sick.
All right. We'd love to see it. All right, number 2. Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Nirvana. You guys smashing or you passing on some Kurt Cobain?
Smash.
Honestly, I'd be lying if I said smash. I maybe know 1 or 2 Nirvana songs. I gotta be honest here. But
that's fair. Hey, honesty is the best policy.
Obviously, they're a big band. They're in the zeitgeist. But honestly, that's one that slipped over my head.
Yeah, honestly, both for me. I wish I've listened to more of both their music, them and Queen.
I'm not a huge Nirvana fan. I don't know every song, but that type of stuff. But I will definitely smash Nirvana. I got to be in the right mood to smash Nirvana. Like Queen, I can put on no matter what mood I'm in, and I'll listen to it no matter what. But Nirvana, if I'm trying to vibe, if I'm trying to get hyped up, Nirvana does the job for me.
No matter the question, Freddie Mercury is the answer.
Exactly.
Nirvana's emo, right?
No, they're rock and roll.
It's like rock. It smells like you've heard a bunch of their songs in movies for sure.
Dude, the new Batman is all Nirvana, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember.
I don't know the answer to that. Maybe Chad knows the answer to that. I'm not sure. But Nirvana definitely. I'll say smash for me. All right, last one. We're gonna go into a little bit of a hip hop kick. I just want to see this category. Yeah.
Oh my god, jeez.
Honestly, SPJ, it's funny how many times we both try to bring the same comment up and just ended up bringing it up and then down.
Yeah, I do the same thing with NZ on Betspresso. We do the same.
Why don't I have these powers? I'm just fucking sitting here.
I don't want to give you these powers.
Yeah. Honestly, I have the powers, but I don't know how to do anything except bring comments up. So
that's the only thing. Well, I'll give you the powers one day, every once in a while. I don't even think Stoney has the power too, but Stoney runs his own show, so he knows how to do it as well.
I wouldn't even know how to run a show, bro. That's the worst part.
Well, I'll teach you. I'll get you there. We'll get there. All right, last one to the hip hop phase. Biggie, Notorious B.I.G.
Oh.
You guys smashing your passion on Biggie?
Absolute fucking smash. This is one I can say I've listened to a lot of. Yeah, absolute smash.
I'll end up divorced if I don't smash this one. My wife's running around wearing Biggie shirts and shit. She's all about that. Every stupid, bad show about Tupac or Biggie that comes out and retreads, she watches like she never knew he was going to die or Tupac was going to die. It's fucked.
It's a surprise every time. Surprise ending.
She's like, oh, fuck, they shot him.
Dude. I'd also shout out Kanika, man. We have a loyal viewer, and I think she actually digs the vibes, not just because you're here, Sukh. So honestly, we appreciate you, Kanika. Also, real quick, before we move on, something in the way is the theme song and the trailer, and it's fire for Batman. So you were correct, Sukh. Good stuff. Maybe you get some button pressing activities for that.
Yeah.
I'm also smashing Biggie. I love Biggie. I love old rap. It was between Biggie or Tupac, honestly, but both are smashes for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a
my
Tupac guy though.
Okay, fair enough. I like all
I
old
see
school
what you
rap.
mean. I think I definitely listen to Biggie more frequently, just because like a lot of his stuff was just kind of like, you know what I mean, like
Hmm.
stuff you bop to. Tupac, like again, gangster rap, which is the best. It's just for me, I
Hmm.
love to just bop stuff for a while.
Same. Me too. We'll do it. We'll do this again because again, music is,
Oh yeah.
brings us all together in so many different ways, and
Honestly,
there's so
movies would be fun too. This guy.
movies. Yeah, well, I'll do some movies as well. There's so many things, especially when we get into the dog days, man. We're
Hmm.
gonna have we're
Well,
gonna
when
have
we
all
get
kinds of.
Sukh button pressing abilities, we'll let him like come up with the smasher pass. That's something to do like that. Dog
So,
days of summer or
all right. So
trivia.
fun fact, or I guess I want to hear what you say about this, Sook, because I actually looked at your Twitter. You guys should go follow Sook Brar4 on Twitter. He's been posting more stuff. Congratulations. But I looked at your Twitter, and you're a screenwriter. Is that true?
Hmm.
Yes, I'm an aspiring screenwriter. I have nothing produced yet, but I'm in there, trying in the trenches right now. Stay strong with the writers. We're on strike. The actors are going to go on strike, and the directors will go on strike. Support your unions.
Can't
Fact,
do it without the
facts.
writers, man. Give them their fucking credit.
Every shitty fucking Marvel movie you've ever seen is because they did not properly utilize writers.
Honestly, every shitty movie you've ever fucking seen or movie that you think is gonna be fantastic, like look at Justice League and how it was botched up afterwards without the writing properly finished when Zack Snyder left. You know what I
Yeah, when
mean?
they switched to Joss Whedon, he just went on the fly, man. This
Yep.
is it's an art, just like betting. You got to put in the work. You got to take the
Hmm.
time. Fuck the AI algorithms. It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna
I
fucking work, man. These suits
I
don't know how to
spent
make movies.
I spent a good portion of my life as a performer, as an actor in the film industry, and properly compensating people for their work and their time and their energy is something that you in that field, which sounds like is something that people battle for constantly.
Yeah.
And it's something that will probably a never-ending conversation, unfortunately. But
Oh, just a straight up public service announcement. We all consume an insane amount of content, but we do not respect our artists. When you watch NCIS, when you watch 911, when you watch these shows that you're just consuming, you're thinking about, these are artists. These are people that grew up dreaming of being on screen, dreaming of reciting the lines that they practice. We got to support them. Otherwise, what is this world if we don't have art?
Yep. Couldn't agree more,
hundred
sir. Well
percent,
said.
100%, man. And I mean, we get a chance. We're gonna talk about another form of entertainment that we all enjoy in sports. Luckily, for the most part, most people that are athletes, especially professional athletes in the NBA, NFL, MLB, etc., they get adequately compensated for what they do for a living. But there are so many athletes and so many people that work in the sports industry that don't. So, yeah. But it is all entertainment at the end of the day, and you're 100% correct, man. Well said. All right, so yeah, I'll give you some button pressing because I want to hear some stuff that you might have to do with Smash or Pass. B sent me some ideas of what you mentioned. You'll have to when we get to a couple more weeks and we got shit to do. we'll figure it out. I'm waiting for Jasentu to come in here because he won the sunglasses last show, but he ain't in here yet. He's probably
Oh,
asleep still.
homeboy was hitting that tequila last night. I don't know if he'll be up.
Well, he'll probably roll in for just a few
Wait,
minutes because
he really won the sunglasses?
he won. He was the big
Holy
winner.
fuck! I did not
Yeah,
know.
it was
What did he get right?
four people guessed Jokic's points at 27. Nailed it on the head, four people. So we
Yeah.
had to spin the wheel on the last show. Actually, also last show we had a Brawny appearance. I don't know if you guys saw that on Twitter, but we Brawny popped into our chat, which was insane. It was like I was like that can't be Brawny, and it was actually Brawny. But we spun the wheel, and Paul and Jasuntu both won. So Paul ended up taking the Betspresso shirt, and Jasuntu gets the pair of Nike glasses from NZ. So
Yeah.
I will get in touch with him. I thought he was gonna be here today. I could celebrate him, but he ain't here, Ted.
The tequila is still kicking in. The tequila's still kicking, actually.
Facts. Speaking of tequila, this is our intro song, Limes and Tequila, by our buddy Taffy. Go check him out on Instagram and TikTok at TaffyFit. We appreciate him letting us use his music, and it's a bop. So go download it on SoundCloud or wherever you can find your music. Go check it out.
I am ruining that song for myself. I am rocking that shit every morning.
It's a bop. It's a bop, man. It really is. I miss when it's not when we're doing the Betspresso because we don't get to play that song as long. But I actually have it on here. It's just a song that I could play whenever we need like a little moment of music. I might play it at some point today. All right, let's get down to business. Game 2. Heat Nuggets. Heat are plus 8.5. Nuggets minus 8.5. Over under is 216. It is game 2 tonight in Denver. Obviously, the Nuggets were able to get the job done in game 1. I thought the Heat were going to have a chance to cover at the end. They didn't. Mima did not leave the back door open. Jokic, triple-double, absolute monster. Jamal Murray had a crazy game. What did he have, 10 or 11 assists?
10.
10 assists, which was insane. We'll talk a little bit about that, too. I want to know what you guys think from a side perspective here. I've got some props that I was kind of looking at in this game that were kind of enticing to me, more about the fact of how poor some of the shooters were in game 1. But I want to hear what you guys think from a side perspective. Sukh, I'll let you go first, man. What you're thinking with this one?
Honestly, it was super impressive. That was the worst the Nuggets have shot in a while. I think they were 8 of 27 from 3. That's one of the worst lines they've had all playoffs. And they still won by double digits, if I'm not wrong, right? It was 11.
Yep.
Yeah.
They won by 11. Yep.
So this Nuggets team, honestly, if you're a viewer of the show, you know I've been wrong fucking lots. And I think I might be right now in saying that this series might be short. That Nuggets team did not play their best, but they cruised. Like, I know, SPJ, you said you had to catch the highlights. Even the highlights were probably fucking nice to watch. Jokic, 8 of 12. It's very, very simple for him. He's a big boy. I know we were tracking that rebounding line, and even though he only had 7.5, and we wanted him to get to that 15 or 16 mark, he did get a lot of rebounds in the second half. This is a weird game. It's like we were talking about before. If you're gonna make money on this, you gotta watch those role players. The Bruce Brown. I know I was chasing that the 3-pointers, and KCP missed, and
Caleb Martin.
Caleb Martin came back down to earth. This is a weird game. I don't know. From a bettor's perspective, I'm tripped out. What about you guys?
SPJ, you want to go first? I'm actually looking something up that's kind of really catching my attention right now.
Sure. Yeah. I really think that I know I played the Heat plus. I actually didn't play it specifically, but it was what I wrote about. It's what I liked the most in that game because I told you guys last time that finals betting is not my favorite type of betting. I like to just enjoy it from a viewing perspective rather than betting it because the lines are sharp, man. And these guys, sometimes what we see in these finals games is not what we've seen all season. The Heat almost covered at the end. They almost got over the line, but as you rightly said, Sukh, it was because the Nuggets shot terribly. On the flip side, the Heat also shot terribly. The Heat did not shoot very well. Caleb Martin really came back down to earth. Gabe Vincent had a pretty good game. Shout out UV for bringing that up. But Max Strus was awful. 0 for 9 from 3. I don't think we see that again tonight. The two guys I'm targeting in this game are all right. So my first play. I'm actually going straight back to the wagon here. I'm going back to the well from what I played last game. Jimmy Butler over 6.5 assists. It's plus money this time. They bumped it up a number. I don't really care. I love it there just as much. Yeah, we got lettuce bets. Let's go. What's going on, man? Yeah, Heat money line might be the vibe today. Strus over 3s. I'll talk about that in just a second. But yes, I love that. Jimmy Butler over 6.5 assists. It was 5.5 last game. He had 7. He had 7 while Max Strus shot 0 for 9. 2 or 3 of those of his potential assists were on Strus's 3s. And if you watched, I did watch a good portion of the game after the fact. Some of those Strus 3s were just fucking, I could have made those. They were wide open. He ain't missing those again tonight. He also plays really well against Denver. He's had 4+ 3s the last 3 times that they've played against the Nuggets. And obviously he had an 0 for last game. He's going to keep shooting. Like, he shot 9 threes. Like, he's not going to just stop shooting.
You're 100% right. Yep.
Yeah, it's over 1.5 his line for minus 200 or something like that, which is insane. I'm not going to take that, obviously, but I do like Strus. But Butler kind of ties into that. He still had 7 assists last game. I like the 8+ for the latter. He would have probably had 10 if guys were hitting shots. I think we see a little bit of a Heat return back to what we've seen the rest of the playoffs. They looked a little tired. They looked a little out of sorts in game one, which is kind of what you kind of talked about that too. But I like the Butler. I just think that they know that if they're going to stay in this series and if they're going to stay in this game, Himmy's going to have the ball for 35, 40 minutes. Like that's just how they have to do things. And if they're hitting their shots, he should get 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 assists in this game again for plus money at over 6.5. I love this play. Next, on the other side of things, I mean, it's hard to not maybe take Joker's assists or, Jamal Murray's assists. Over 5.5 was 5.5 was too juiced for me to touch. Unfortunately for Murray, I think it was like minus 150 or minus 160. So I do like the over 5.5. Maybe if it flips to 6.5 for plus money, I like that. I feel like he has a chance to get maybe 7 or 8 again today. But MPJ over 2.5 threes. Michael Porter Jr. also shot like shit in game one. 2 for 11 from 3. I saw that this is the most money bet prop tonight, and for good reason. I mean, he shot 11 threes. He's not fucking going 2 for 11 again, and he's going to shoot probably 7 to 10 to 11, maybe even more again tonight. It's just a matter of if he knocks him down. I like the over 2.5 for minus 120. I like the over the 4+ for plus 180. I even like the 5+ for plus. I think it's like plus 400 or 500. The game before last, when the Nuggets played the Heat last game, he had 5 threes and he shot like 12 of them. Same numbers, volume wise from game one.
3 straight games, double-digit attempts.
Yep, 3 straight games, double-digit attempts, exactly. And that's not going to go away. Like that's what he does on this team. He shoots threes and he rebounds. Like those are his 2 major qualities on this team. I saw people playing his under rebounds game one. That was a shit wager.
Shit wager.
11 rebounds. Yeah, over rebounds. That is your wagon, SPJ. Indeed. I do like his Reeves again today, but it's over 8.5, and that's a lot of rebounds, man. I know he's been doing it all playoffs. He did it game one easily, but I'm riding with the threes. I'm kind of buying low here. The over 2.5 we've seen throughout the playoffs has been minus 150, minus 160 in certain spots. He's at home. He shoots better at home. I'm just going for the bounce back spot here. I'm banking on the fact he's going to shoot 10 plus again, and he's going to knock down 3 of them.
I know we like to cook with the lottos, but it's these kind of bets that are the solid bets. Like Homie is hitting 3 a game on average. Mm-hmm. So when the line is 2.5, it might look like, minus 120 is not good. But as someone who's coming up and learning betting now, that's the kind of line you want. I know we like to have fun and shit, but if you're being serious, that's a line you like. If it hits, great. If it doesn't, it was still smart.
Look at Sukh over here talking about preaching singles, right?
Straight betting is the way, man. We
gentle, let's make money.
Hey, as he said, I mean, we always have fun with the lotto, sprinkle them, things like that. But these are the lines, especially in these tight games and these games where it all matters. Like, maybe you can pick Gabe Vincent 5+ threes from last game. Sure, if you had that wager, good job, way to go. But like, those are the ones that are a little bit more fewer and further between than what we've seen previously. But over 2.5 for Michael Porter Jr. at a playable number is just something that you just have to bet. I don't care if it doesn't hit with the volume and how he's been hitting. It's just the wager you got to make.
Talking to Vern too, and I was saying we cook up the lottos for the kids, but maybe every week we should track back and show the individual lines that would have hit in lottos, because sometimes we don't impart that the lotto is just for fun, right? We're just cooking.
And like the one that we had with Bam, we went, I think, 4 or 5 on that one, and Bam missed by 1 point. Like all those plays were plus 200 or better, All
right. I like that too. So are we on Bam tonight? He had a great game one.
So he did have a great game one.
Before we talk about Bam, I wanted to build on MPJ because his threes is something that I'm also on today, and I love the volume. I love the fucking volume, dude. I will take his volume every single game. Yeah, I think he went 2 of 4 on his first 4 attempts and then proceeded to miss the next fucking 7. Sukh, you were just talking about this. The entire team shot like fucking shit from 3, which is not normal for this Denver team. And it's not normal for Miami to it's not like they were missing contested shots or it was great defense. No, Miami was getting beat and the Nuggets were just rusty off of, I think, like 7 or more days rest. Something like that. I think it was almost 10 days of rest, That rust is going to come off, and it's going to come off here in game 2. I think we see a high-scoring game. I'm looking at the lines, and I'm looking at the game splits. Miami's the sharp side tonight with 75% of the handle, but 40% of the bets, even though it's kind of the sharp and square side today. Miami spread. What that tells me is that Miami's going to score today. And they're not going to be able to stop the Nuggets defensively. They can't do it. Jokic has been playing on a different level. The one interesting defensive strategy we saw last game was the entire Heat team fronting Jokic and playing prevent, not allowing him to get the ball. We saw Jamal Murray with a season high 122 touches last game. He made 93 passes. In the playoffs, he's averaging 58 passes per game. Just because of that, they're forcing Murray to kind of run this offense. And rather than, like, I know people talk about it like, hey, don't let Jokic beat you passing, right?
Yeah.
If you let him score, right? Miami has taken that, I think, a step farther. It's like, don't let Jokic get the ball. The less he touches the ball, the better position we are in, right? And we saw it last game. They almost covered. Miami, like I talked about on the show, the altitude, the 7-game series, like it's not just about the less days off. It's about the fact that those guys were putting in 40 plus minutes for 3 more games than they had to,
against a really tough opponent. I mean,
really tough opponent, really tough games. And they lost all 3 of those games, So they lost 3. Yeah, they lost 3 games and then they finally wrapped it up in the 7th and last game. This team is tired, but now they've had time to acclimate. Even physiologically, their body is now probably acclimated to allow for the proper kind of oxygenation that they need in these games.
Oh my God, these words.
Right?
You're so beautiful. You're a genius.
Dr. V in the house, baby.
I'm literally thinking that, like you said, like Max Strus has good numbers against this Denver team, and Jimmy Butler can have a 40-point game, and he could still lose by like 15 plus. We've seen it before. They need their role guys to step up. I'm not sure if Caleb Martin's playing today. He was kind of questionable with an illness, but they're going to need guys like Gabe Vincent again to step up, who shot super well last game, and he's been shooting well all playoffs. His form actually might be the most beautiful shooting form in the NBA currently, and I love watching him take threes. I hated it all last series, but in game 1, it was beautiful to watch. You always think it's going in. Bam, I'm not sure, because I feel like when Bam is playing the way he does, the rest of the offense kind of suffers. But when he finds guys in good spots, I'm not exactly sure how to attack Bam or Jimmy. I'd love to hear your take on it, Sukh. But another guy that I think has, like, if you want to call it a bounce back game, is KCP. He played 36 minutes and only attempted 3 threes. That doesn't make any sense. That's not the kind of player that he is. They were struggling. Michael Porter Jr. was low-key, like, chucking a little bit, which I still think he does today. But KCP is that guy that, like, game 2 is a huge game. They want to go up 2-0. They don't want to surrender a game here on the road. Like, that's not going to fucking happen. KCP's been in this position before with the Lakers, and he's been doing it all series. I was expecting that KCP to come out game 1. Right, we were talking about his over threes. I think that's the KCP we see come out tonight. Minus 120 for 2+ threes seems like an absolute fucking steal. I will be laddering KCP threes, and I think Jamal Murray assists, man. Just the amount that he's touching the ball, over 5.5 is very juiced, minus 160. So I'm gonna jump right to the 7+ at plus 120. I think he gets there. The amount he's touching the ball, the way they're playing Jokic, he's gonna, even with his playoff numbers at averaging 58.8 passes per game, he's still averaging 12.2 potential assists in the playoffs. That's still double his number. Like, if you're looking at his base number at 5.5, it's still the kind of number you want to look at for potential assists. So I'm taking Jamal Murray 7+ assists, KCP threes, and either Strus or Vincent, maybe both. Maybe both. Oh, and Michael Porter Jr., can't forget him.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're all kind of on the same page that we talked about this before game 1. It's the finals, sometimes these game 1s, you got to kind of just see how things settle first. And we saw what happened in game 1. These guys that have been shooting a particular percentage or shooting a particular amount of volume throughout the entire season and throughout the entire playoffs, they did the same volume, but the percentages were shit because of the stage. And I really do believe that. I mean, you can't, even guys that have been there before, like, it's the NBA finals, man. You got butterflies in your stomach. That first 20 to 25 minutes, it takes you a minute to kind of settle in. Game 2 will be a little bit different, I think. And I think that kind of goes in with what you're saying, B. I also kind of like the over. I think the over might be a good bet here. I think my favorite play from a side perspective is the Heat to cover 8.5. They played like shit last game. They shot like shit. I know the Nuggets did too. But I think that both teams kind of returned back to some sort of equilibrium in the middle. And I think we see the Heat push to try to win this game, maybe, and finish like maybe only losing by 5 or 6, maybe even by only a bucket.
Honestly, I need chat to hit us if you got any lines on Haywood Highsmith. This motherfucker came in and played Jokic and fronted him. I know in Game 6 with the Celtics, he played minutes. Game 7, he didn't. And now against the Nuggets, he played 23 minutes. Not huge minutes, but put up 18. That's a cheeky little bet there if you can find any lines on that, homie.
That is very cheeky. If Spoelstra decides that that's how they're going to continue playing the series and he gets the same amount of usage and the same amount of minutes, I can't fault you on that one for sure.
Honestly, Spo's a genius. Like, to just accept and be able to explain to Bam, like, hey, you're better on the help side. If you play him straight up, we're gonna have problems bringing help. It's gonna expose. He can pass out, and literally just to put a guy who is completely out of the rotation, but to trust him and his defensive capabilities and toss him in the playoffs is insane. This Miami team, if you're a straight hooper, if you just love ball, watching this Miami team, you can learn an insane amount of situational matchups and just being deep 1 to 15. They're just a fucking joy from a basketball perspective. They really just remind me of like those early Spurs. Other people sleep on them, but people that love ball, they know Emanu is going to hit you with the Euro step 10 years before everybody's doing it.
No, I love it, man.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say this team is so good. We've said it. Spo's probably maybe the second or third best coach, especially situationally. He out coaches the other coach on almost every single night, especially in the playoffs. Miami is in the conference finals regularly, and now second finals post LeBron Wade era. You know, this team is fucking good, and it's like it starts with him, in my opinion.
Dude, we all think the Nuggets are going to win this series. We all think the Nuggets are going to win this series in 5 or 4. Like, we don't think it's going to be long. But still watching, it's impressive what the Heat are doing, right? So it's just the competitive spirit. It's fucking insane to watch.
It's a lot easier to watch when it's not versus the Celtics.
Yeah. I have to say, Sukh, I know you said that. I could see this maybe sneak into a 6th and possibly 7th game if the Heat.
Yeah, you're on that one.
I'm not, it depends on how tonight goes, but I do think that if this game is closer. So here's my thing: if they cover, and even if they possibly win, but if they cover within the number and even only lose by a bucket or two, going back to Miami for those 2 games, I think that they can really, if they can level the series 2-2, go back to Denver after possibly keeping it really close for game 2, going back there again. I think things could get interesting. They have to win both games in Miami if they lose tonight. And there's no doubt. If they lose one of those games, this is going to finish in 5, I bet. But I could see this game tonight being a tiny bit different than game 1. But on the other side of things, like you so rightly said, Sukh, to start us out, if the Nuggets shoot better in this game, it could get dicey, man. I don't know. Yeah, because they didn't shoot very well either. But I just don't see the Heat not. We talked about they got that dog in them, man. Jimmy Butler is just one of those guys you can't count out ever. It's tough laying 8.5 with this team. I know game 1 was close. It looked like it was a shit wager in the first half, but it almost came through near the end. But I'm going straight back today, like you said, V, as well. Like it's kind of seems like the sharp side today. I don't really buy into that stuff too much, but it does seem like the handle is kind of leaning that direction. It feels like that might be the move here. Vegas maybe thinks that this game is tighter than game 1.
Honestly, the only reason I kind of buy into that stuff, it's more like if you have some kind of something behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like we know
sure.
that this Heat team is full of dogs. We know that Spo is coaching. Like you're telling me the spread closed at 9.5 last game, and now we're seeing an 8.5 point spread in game 2, right? Mm-hmm. After we just saw them win by 11. Not only that, but I think the spread has come down, and you're seeing the amount of money that is being poured in. And not the amount of money, it's the size of the bets. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the size of the bets, like these people that are betting a lot of money, that's, you know what I mean? Sometimes there's a reason, and Vegas sets lines. Like I talk about it when we talk about props, like Jimmy Butler's line being at 6.5 today makes me like it even more than I did game 1. Game 1, there were question marks. How's he going to come out? What's he going to do? But we saw how he came out, and his line was adjusted accordingly, you know? And I think that's exactly why Michael Porter Jr., more question marks. How's he going to come out to set his line at 6.5, 7.5? You could have gotten it at 6.5 juiced or 7.5. I think it was like plus 100, right? And smacked both 11 rebounds, double. Today his double sitting at plus 235. I would take that before I took his rebound line at 8.5, right? If you do like his rebound line for one more rebound, getting the plus 235, much better value in my opinion. But it's just lines like that. You know, we got to adjust accordingly too. And I think the same, like you're talking about SPJ, 8.5 points is a lot of points, you know, and this is Denver's first finals too. Let's not forget that they're the first timers here.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's I think that people, because of how well they're playing, people kind of forget that these guys haven't been here before. Yeah, KCP has, sure, but most of this roster's never been in this situation.
I think outside of KCP, nobody else has sniffed the finals. Maybe Jeff Green with LeBron James in his days as Cavalier.
Yeah,
right?
He did for sure, but he's not playing that many minutes at this.
Uncle Jeff Green loves the homie.
Yeah. He does actually give big minutes, man. He's like big minutes versus LeBron too. He's faced off against LeBron so many times with his days in Boston.
Yeah,
dude. As a Celtics fan, Jeff Green is integral to our history. He is the guy that we traded to make the big three. Yeah. That's like the biggest thing of his whole career is that he was the guy that was traded that made our one chip. Celtics fans like to act like it was a dynasty, but it was just the one.
Just the one.
Jeff Green's got that. All right, so as a former basketball player myself, and I know you guys both dabbled on the hardwood as well. You know, when I watch players, and I think that this is only true for guys that played basketball. When you watch players, you can just tell that a guy knows what's up, and you can just tell that a guy is like I'm assuming that Jeff Green will be on a staff at some point, maybe even a coach or something like that. He just has that particular quality about him where he looks like the type of guy that A, you want to have in the huddle, B, you want to like hang out with him, have a beer with him, he's got that energy, he's got that vibe that like, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm good at, I know what I bring to the table, I'm about to make this team better. And there's only certain guys in the league that do that. Jeff Green's one of them. I'm trying to think of somebody else as a good
like UD, but he plays minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's been a lot throughout the history of the NBA, obviously, but there's just those guys that you have. I mean, I think LeBron's kind of like that, honestly. I really do. It's just those guys that you look like you want to hang out with, but also when they get on the court, like you trust them. They have your unequivocal trust. And like that is something that is so slept on as a feature of a basketball player. And Jeff Green has that.
A lot of people always say this, basketball's like jazz music. Each put all the 5 players on the court. They're each playing an instrument, and shit vibes, man. When a team vibes, you as ball players, when you watch it, you can see this Nuggets team. They're ballers. They're hoopers. They got the vibe together. Last game I was watching MPJ, and you know it's beautiful to see his progression in these playoffs. He's known as an injury-prone guy, offensive guy, a guy that doesn't like defense. This or that, dated Madison Pettis, dated a fucking Disney star. Like, homie's got a narrative against him. But during these playoffs, he has been locked in on defense, playing his role. It's great to see. And the Nuggets are like, they're fucking sick. Jazz, Louis Armstrong, whoever you want to say. These guys are vibing.
Yeah. Well, and it's like kind of to the point of, let me say this real quickly and then you can go.
I wasn't going to say much. I was going to say, well said. Like, fuck.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we haven't really talked about this much before, but we'll talk about this and then we'll kind of give our quick like who's winning, and then we'll cook some stuff and have some fun. But it's like the NBA has kind of shifted, and I think this season was a good example of it coming back down to normal. And I think this is one of the best NBA seasons that I've watched from a betting perspective and a viewing perspective in quite a long time, just because of the distribution of stars. But when you're a general manager constructing a roster, and people fell in love with the idea, like bringing LeBron, Bosh, and Wade together, right? Like, let's get the big threes, let's get these stars all playing together and stuff like that. But it's like you have to construct guys that complement each other. You have to construct the band to be able to play together and sound like synchronized harmony, right? Like it's not just, oh yeah, LeBron and AD are going to play really well together because they're both studs. Like that sounds like a good idea. Like you got to have that chemistry, you got to have that cohesion. And I think that general managers are coming back down to realizing like what the Nuggets have done. Like there's not a bunch of stars. Yeah, Jokic is a star, Murray is a star as well. But like these other guys, they fill their roles perfectly. They fill the spots that they do. They complement each other. and you're seeing the fruits of their labor in that regard. And that's something that I feel like we're going to see more and more moving forward.
It's beautiful to see because both these teams are teams that seem to have built a culture and built from the inside out. You have Jokic. You're not chasing a Paul George. You're not chasing that secondary star. You just key in and you say, we got two young guys, Murray and MPJ. Let's build. Let's let them fill their role, whatever they want to develop into. And then you add guys like Bruce Brown that can play power forward and backup point guard. You add guys like KCP that can guard a guy that's 6'8" and guard a guy that's 6'1", and it just fills the holes. It's fun to fucking watch this team.
Aaron Gordon too. I mean, did you guys see that interview with Aaron Gordon after they won the last series, and they were asking him about what it's like to play with Jokic, and he was like, "It's easy, man. Like he just makes it so easy. Like he does all the complicated stuff, so all I have to do is just dunk the basketball. Like I just have to be open and available." And that's such a huge thing that a lot of basketball players don't. It's not an easy feat, but Jokic makes it look easy for the guys around him, and that's like fits into what you were just talking about as well.
I mean, this is a guy that was a top 5 pick, right? And now he's turned into a quintessential role player, and he fucking loves it. It's great to see someone that humbled himself and put himself into a role.
And look where I got him. He's here in the NBA Finals.
Exactly. When you can do that, when you can set your ego aside, especially these guys that get drafted top 5, top 10, and then they realize that not everybody's going to be LeBron, not everybody's going to be MJ, but then you get to the finals and you win the finals, or you have success. They're still making millions. Like who cares, But like that's when you can really hone in. So, all right, real quick before we cook, who's winning tonight, guys? Heat or Nugs? Who you got?
Nuggets. If it's just talking about a win, it's the Nuggets.
Honestly, I gotta go after watching game 1. I gotta go with the Nuggets too. It's hard to go against them. That win just seems simple.
I'm gonna go Nuggies as well. But all right, so then cover. Who do you think covers? Do you think the Nuggets cover? Or do you think the Heat covers?
I think we see Heat cover tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think 8.5. I think I 7-point game. I think it's gonna be a fucking sweat. But I think they cover tonight.
I agree.
Yeah. I can see that.
I think we're all in the same corner that this is going to be. I wouldn't. Although game 1, I would have been very, very, very surprised if the Heat won. I would be a little less surprised if the Heat won tonight. A little less shocked. But I do think the Nuggets did.
Stoney was on them to win game 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a few like interesting trends. Let me just share these real quick.
Yeah.
So, okay. So game 2 home teams over the last 7 seasons in the finals are 6-1 straight up, 5-1-1 against the spread.
Wow.
Sheesh. Here's another one here. Where to go?
I mean, this Nuggets team is also different at home, man. They're tough. They haven't lost at home all playoffs.
At all. There's one about big home favorites. Yeah, right here. NBA Finals home favorites of 4.5 points and more are 21-6 straight up and 8-1 against the spread. 69% hit rate.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah.
So to be fair, I'm not actually gonna. I'm not gonna bet the Heat plus 8.5, and I'm not gonna actually bet it. I was just kind of like what I'm feeling in my bones. I like the props a lot more, but that trend also makes me not want to bet it even more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough, man.
And like, obviously, this is different too. It's I don't think it's every season that you see an 8.5 point dog in the NBA Finals, right? Like that trend was speaking to 4.5, but it's gonna be a mountain to climb for the fucking Heat. That's for sure.
Sure. Okay. Let's cook a lotto, and then we'll cook a little a regular guy, a little SGP for this game. And then we'll get out of here and let everybody enjoy the rest of their beautiful Sunday. We appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with us on your special edition All Sauce team for the NBA Finals Game 2. We have where you guys want to start? I feel like we got to start with some of these shooters to have a big bounce back.
KCP 3+ at plus 250 is.
I'm into it.
Kind of a solid, like a 3 line is not anything crazy,
If you toss into his game log and have a look, you will see that he does have these goose egg games where he's only in single digit scoring, and he tends to bounce back right away. right away.
I think we see a lot of threes raining tonight, based on the volume that we saw from lots of different guys in game 2 or game 1, excuse me. And they ain't gonna shoot that bad again. But I like the KCP look V. I'm down to do the 3+ to get us started on that one.
If the Heat are shooting, then that Jimmy 6.5 assist line that will hit. If they're hitting their shots, that will hit.
I mean, the 8+ is plus 200 again, and like he would have gotten it. He had 7 last game, and Benzema just scored. Let's go, Benzema. I like the 8+ for Jimmy. I do like that for plus 200. I feel like that's a good guy for the lotto. If this game does stay relatively close, there's no way he's not going to flirt with 8 again, maybe even 10.
Yeah.
So let's do that. So we got KCP 3+ threes. We got Jimmy Butler 8+ assists. What else stuck out to you guys? Also, chat. Drop your favorite lotto plays, whatever you guys are feeling. Whatever you guys are feeling good about.
Really feeling Jamal Murray assists, to be honest. Even at 8.
At 8?
I'm down.
Yeah, 7 is plus 120, so I really don't feel like that's gonna move the needle here. But
yeah, what's the 8+?
Plus 165. What?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, he had 10 last game. I mean, we could just do Jokic like 14+ again. Like he had 14 last game, and MPJ went 2 for 11, and I think about 3 or 4 of those threes were from Jokic directly. Like, there's no way that
It would be Jokic 14+. You said?
Yeah, what is that line? I think his assist line is 10.5, so 14+ has got to be decent.
It's plus 320.
Wow. Or we take, or we could just do like the over 12.5 or something like that. Oh, I also kind of like the MPJ double look, but we can't. If we do double, we can't combine that on FanDuel with anything.
We could just do 10 rebounds. What is
I'm down.
That? Let me see.
That's got to be plus 200.
Plus 170 on FanDuel.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Wait, so it's plus 170 for him to have 10 rebounds, but it's plus 2. What did you say? Plus 235?
I was looking on 2 different books at the time. I'm looking on FanDuel right now. But the double that I saw was on 365.
Okay.
Steely Dan's on the 10 boards too.
Yeah, he likes that. But I think the oh my God was in reference to the fact that it's only plus 170.
Plus 205 on 365, which is like better value, but I guess plus 170 is not terrible.
It's okay. I mean, it sucks because it's like, it's still a lot of rebounds, And like for a lotto, that's nuts, man. I kind of liked, what do you guys think about Struce 3s? 3+? I know 3+? Actually 3+ is plus 160-ish, I believe, which is pain because
175 on FanDuel right now.
Yeah, he should hit it, but it's for the lotto. I don't know. Like you rightly said, V, I don't know how much that's going to move the needle.
Bro, KCP is plus 280 for threes. Did we toss that in already?
We got T-Mac in the house. Let's go, T-Mac. What's up, buddy?
What up, T-Mac?
We're cooking a lotto right now, brother. What's your favorite play today? Drop it in here.
Honestly, a lot of these lines seem like they're kind of juiced. I think we're just gonna kind of have to let's just take our favorite plays, and wherever the lotto pays, it pays, right? As long as it fucking pays.
As long as it hits, man, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm on Sandy with
I think
MPJ.
Max Struce 3+ threes plus 175. Like shit.
There's weird lines on this game. Jokic 3+ threes is plus 600.
He had done that. I think like the last 2 or 3 games of the Celtics series. Sorry, the Lakers series. Excuse me. But he had never done it against the Heat ever in his career. Hit 3+. I mean, it could happen tonight for sure. But
the thing is, a lot of his threes, like, and even in that game, came like at the buzzer, of the shot clock, fading, like on like the worst possible contested shot you could take.
Like, you know what's so fucking weird? The weirdest thing is we've been hearing about basketball players all the time losing percentage points because they're the guys who take the shot at the end of the clock. This motherfucker looks like a farmer and comes in there and hits these end of clock shots like it's fucking normal. It's so crazy.
It is crazy.
Okay, so Sorry, go ahead, SPJ first.
No. I was just gonna bullshit for a second. Go.
I was just gonna say I built this one out. It's got KCP 3 threes, Max Struce 3 threes, Jamal Murray and Jimmy Butler both to have 8 assists.
Okay.
And Michael Porter Jr. 10 plus rebounds. So it's 5 legs, which is definitely heat, but it's plus 24,203.
That's that's pretty spicy, man. And I mean, all of those are very attainable job doers.
Yeah, it's not even like we need some crazy game. We just need, Jamal Murray and Jimmy Butler to have similar fucking games that they did last game.
Honestly,
get his shit out of the gutter.
Honestly, they hit their assists. Oh, you have a like from Kanika. Let's go. You clicked. Yeah, we clicked it. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. All right, that's the one. Read it off for the kids one more time.
All right. KCP 3+ threes. Max Strus 3+ threes. Jamal Murray 8+ assists. Jimmy Butler 8+ assists. Michael Porter Jr. 10+ rebounds.
And the thing about the assists line too, to me, which is crazy, is those guys Jimmy got 7, but those guys both pretty much got there. And the team shot like fucking shit. So surely it ain't happening again.
I mean, $5 wins you $1,200, right?
That's what we're looking for, baby.
I like the Rockies today. I'll tell you on that. Jets kill locks.
Jet ski locks.
There we go.
Are you on a jet ski right now? Jet ski locks. We need picks. Yeah.
Vern, are you an illiterate doctor? What's going on here?
It's all one word. How am I supposed to know?
It is difficult when it's one word.
Right, fucked up prescription pads because they're actually illiterate as fuck.
What if it's Jets Kilos KS1? Huh? Or CKS1? What if that's the one?
Oh, he hit us with the yer.
Ski. Yer. All right. I like that lotto. I will post if you guys missed it. Obviously, the game's tonight, so you got plenty of time to place this. I will be posting it myself. V will probably post it as well. So go give us a follow on Twitter, and we'll be sharing that with you guys. This is a lotto, guys. So this is for a little sprinkle, couple bucks, $5, 25 cents, even if that's how you bet. Doesn't matter. Just for a little fun to watch this game. But now let's cook the regular guy. Let's find the fun here on this regular guy. So drop your favorite. I kind of like this. This is a good one from Lettuce Bets, the MPJ over 1.5 blocks for plus money.
Sukh was talking about that last week. Not last week, but game 1. Talking about how he's been stepping up defensively.
Appreciate
he's on those chase downs.
Murray was 8+ assists. Zach got.
Yeah, 8+ assists. Yeah, Jimmy and Murray assists. 8+, both of them.
And then MPJ 10 rebounds, KCP 3 threes, and Strus 3 threes. That's the one. I will, like I said, I will post it when we get off of here. I will post it on Twitter. So go give us a follow. Any of us, all of us, and your betting news. So, and we'll post it on there if you guys missed it. We got a fan from Mexico. Let's go.
Yeah.
Lettuce Bets.
Oh shit.
From Mexico. Let's go.
We're so fucking international. Look at
that. We had Betsky pop in yesterday he was tuning in from Cash. How fucking electric is that? Cash,
Jesus.
Portugal.
Holy.
Yeah.
Just for all the kids out there, Vern's in Curacao, I'm in Calgary, Alberta, and fucking SPJ is always on the move. It's fun to see.
Currently in Albuquerque, New Mexico, living life.
New Mexico, so
what's the better Mexico?
It doesn't matter, old or new. Yeah, I know. T-Mac, brother, me too. We're waiting for him to pop back in.
He already popped in, took our picks, and left. 100%.
I know. Yeah, he's that's the only reason why T-Mac's here. It was insane him popping in yesterday. I literally I couldn't believe that it was actually him. He stayed for.
Bronny, come back. We want a chance to sign LeBron.
Bronny, come back. I literally pulled his comment up on the screen, and I was like, "Wow, look at this troll." Just being Bronny on here, and then I looked at his account. It had like 700,000 subscriptions, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is Bronny."
The monster that I forget his name, but Bronny's little brother has turned into.
Yeah,
Bryce. What's
Bryce? Yes. Oh my God, Bryce James.
Have you seen some of Bronny's recent highlights, dude? Looks like his pops.
He does.
For real. He really does.
Bryce looks like he might be bigger than his pops, to be honest.
He might be like a Shaq, kind of just dominant, crazy.
You think their toes are all fucked up like LeBron's? You think they got those fugly feet?
Ew, I hope not. I hope they got their mom's feet.
Bryce is the real deal. I hope we got their mom's feet. We're gonna need feet pics. Whenever Bronny comes back,
Oh,
we need feet pics.
oh
Oh my
god.
god.
Oh
He's
man.
We're
never coming
asking
back.
for underage kids' feet pics, man. We gotta fucking get off this topic.
He's 18. It's okay.
Bronny's going to college.
He's 18. It's a cool. No, but all jokes aside, yeah, I did watch because I obviously looked up some Bronny stuff yesterday after he popped into our stream, and then yeah, watching him dunk is literally like watching LeBron dunk in high school. It's
Bro,
pretty.
Sandy is getting blown up.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Fucking, I think he just gave,
Oh,
he gave him
Sandy.
4 runs in the top third. Yeah. Oh,
I thought you were
not Sand, no.
I was
But
talking. I thought you were talking about Sandman. I was like, what's going on with Sandy? And you're
no,
talking about Alcantara
Alcantara.
getting rocked.
Yep. 4 runs in
GGs.
the top third. Right? Because that's good.
That's
Are we doing
never good.
are we doing a prize picks or what's
Yes.
the deal?
Let's do a prize picks. Do you have the lines in front of you?
I do not.
I can
I am bad
pull
at
them
my
up.
job.
I,
It's okay.
I have to do it from my phone. That's all.
That's okay. We just need that. So drop your favorite plays. I kind of like maybe to get us going rather than going with threes, because T-Mac said this, and I know Sandy's on it too with MPJ and his. I'm assuming points, right, T-Mac? I'm pretty sure it's points. I could be down with that. I mean, I liked his over 2.5 threes. If that's on Prize Picks, I'd love that, but I don't think that's going to be on there. Yeah, points. Yeah, I think it's the points. I'm down for the points. What is it? 15.5, 16.5?
Who is this they're talking about?
MPJ.
Oh yeah, I could do MPJ.
Just as
I mean,
points, just to get us going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
15.5.
honestly, let's start there.
15
Let's start
and
there.
a half.
15.5. He could still have. Yeah, this is crazy. Steely Dan.
Holy shit.
Good point, brother. 15 plus points, plus 500. I like his 4 plus threes too for plus 500 if you want to get real spicy. His 4 plus threes, he's hit it in every game versus the Nuggets except for last game when 0 for 9. He ain't going 0 for 9 again.
Oh, he had good looks too. Yeah,
Wide
if you watched
open.
that game, he had good looks.
There were 3, maybe even 4 of them that were like not even kind of wide open. Homie was wide open.
And they're rimming out. It's not like he was bricking shit. It's just little off. Off.
It's not like, yeah, he wasn't airballing. He'll be dialed tonight. He'll be dialed.
Yo, KCP 3-point attempts is currently 4.5. 3-point attempts. He took 3 last game, played 36 minutes. Do we think he doesn't take 2 more threes today?
I like that. Well, who else is in the attempts category? Because if Michael Porter Jr. is at like 7.5, that's a fucking
He's
hammer.
literally at 7.5.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, whoa,
take
SPJ.
that.
Dude, we got to take.
Take
Well,
that.
but I don't know if we can do that and his points though.
No, we can't take both.
I feel like the
Let's
7.5 threes attempted is like that's got to be free money, man.
I mean, like, I
3
don't
straight
see
games, double digits. Let's go.
double digits.
Got to be. All right, T-Mac, do you approve of us doing this over 7.5 threes attempted instead of his points? Because I feel like it's got to be in there. Got to be. But I don't want him to feel like that we're just dipping out on his play.
They dipped the combo squares on 3-pointers made. Like, they're not as good anymore.
Definitely like that. Yeah, all right, let's start there. Then. We got 7.5 3-pointer attempts from MPJ, a weird square that's might hit in the first half.
MPJ free throws is actually also 1.5, and he's had 2 in his last 4 games. That's so jokes.
Let's just do an MPJ lay.
Right? That's such a funny line.
I wish we could. We can't though. Do we do Joker over 10.5 assists? I feel like that's got to be on there.
Yeah, toss that in there.
I mean, that's
fucking in there.
That shit's hidden because he's having 11. If it's 10.5, it might be 11 on Prize Picks. Honestly,
It is 11 on
Joker
Prize Picks.
is.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Sorry.
Joker's
It
falling
is.
into that Tim Duncan category where the casuals don't fucking know what this guy's all about. But like,
Yep.
holy shit, the triple double even is.
They have
easy
a
money
Jamal
sometimes.
Murray, Jimmy Butler combo square. They
For
also
assists.
have a Jokic Butler combo square for assists.
So let's do this. Let's do Jokic 11 assists and then do the Murray Jimmy combo one.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Spicy.
Let's do both.
Okay.
hell yeah.
It's
Yeah,
13.
T-Mac.
Just so
13
everybody knows. Yeah,
on the nose.
on the nose. It's 11 and 13.
They're getting 13.
Oh, yeah.
This is also, yeah, Sukh said this earlier, T-Mac, and this is very true. He's taken 10 plus attempts in 3 straight games. That's MPJ. So
We got 3 legs.
All right, we got three. We got three. Drop your favorite plays in chat. Drop them in here.
Yo, they have
Hot
minutes
tamales
played.
spicy.
They have minutes played. Jokic over 40 and Gabe Vincent over 36.
Oh, let's go back to Vincent though, because I do like Vincent today, like you talked about. What about his PRA or his PA or even just his points or his threes?
Points at 3.5, not bad.
I feel like something Gabe Vincent.
Yeah, dude, for sure. RA might be the move if it's really low.
Has he been on? Let me take a look.
Even just his PRA.
Yeah, PRA, I like that too.
Or his threes. Kanika likes his threes. Yeah, he's been stroking.
He had so he shot 7 of 14 last game, which is good enough volume. Had 19 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists.
19 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. So that's 27.
And to be honest, he's probably drawing the softest matchup on the floor.
Yeah.
What's his PRA number?
PRA number is, sorry, there's just so many tabs here.
I know, they have so many categories.
19. So he had 7 RA last game, but he had 19 points. Like he flew over his points, but I guess he flew over his PRA too.
I gotta agree with Steely Dan here. It's tough. It's tough.
What's tough?
He just said he doesn't like the Heat players except for Butler assists and Strus 15 plus. That's the only ones he loves.
Do they have where's Strus? Why am I not seeing?
I could be down to do 2 if his 2 plus 3s is on there or 9.5. I think his points line is like 8.5, which is jokes.
Come on, Vern, read that shit. Prove it to us.
Which one? I was looking Strus. I'm looking for him. I guess I can search him. Let me just search.
Did they not have it?
9 points, 12.5 points in rebounds, and they have 2. Yeah, so just 9 points basically. Is the one we'll be looking at. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna have to. What were his minutes like last game?
He played significant minutes. He played a lot of minutes. It's the finals, man. I mean,
he played 21 minutes.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's actually not a lot. I thought he played more than that.
He's 21 and still got up double-digit attempts, right? So
and he had 9. He shot 9 threes, but 21 minutes and 9 threes. That's insane.
0 for 9. That's crazy.
Dude, he ain't going 0 for 9 again.
I like his 26 minutes and went 3 of 6 from 3. He brought them back into that game at one point. He took I think a 16-point game to I think it was down to 11. No, 9, all on his own.
Yeah. I think we should do Strus 9 points. What do you guys think?
Yeah, 9. Yeah, holy fuck.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right, Strus 9 points. Then that's 5.
Watch him hit 3 threes and it push. Sheesh.
I don't think that happens.
The weird ass bet Vern wanted to do last game, the MPJ points in the first 6 minutes or some shit. I'm pretty sure that hit.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that hit.
It was over like 5.5. Right? I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
it was over 2.5. It was literally 2.5. Yeah. He needed to hit 1 3, and I think, like you said, he went 2 for. Yeah, he did. Of course, he did. Yeah.
All right, so we got Jokic over 11 assists, Jamal Murray and Jimmy Butler over 13 assists, Michael Porter Jr. over 7.5 3-point attempts, Gabe Vincent over 13.5 points, Max Strus over 9 points.
Okay, we'll need one more, and I feel like we should do something from the Nuggets. Because we've only got Jokic and we've got diversified stuff.
We have a pretty diversified portfolio, but
we haven't really done anything with Aaron Gordon, who had a good game. We haven't really done any KCP, which I know you like.
I have not seen his.
Is there combo again on their assists?
So they have KCP 10 points. Like. Field goals made, field goals missed. He's over 4.5 3-point attempts. I had mentioned that. I don't hate it, to be honest.
I like that too.
I don't think he takes 3 again.
Aaron Gordon points ladder? Question mark. Anything on Bruce Brown from Kanika?
Ooh.
Bruce Brown has been giving them big minutes. Let me see what they have here for him.
His fantasy score is always a look, just because of how much he does defensively as well. Did you just?
I know. I know right now we're building on Prize Picks, but I just saw that FanDuel also has the multis now too. Is that new or is that
Like the combo squares, basically.
Yeah, they got the Jokic points, Jokic rebounds, Jokic assists, game leaders now. I
Oh
didn't
no,
see that before.
they've always had that.
They've always
Game
had
leaders
that.
I've seen, yeah. I didn't know about the other
You
one.
just need to spend some more time scrolling through it, brother. You'll find all the shit. Have you gotten Kanika into button pressing? Is she pressing the buttons now too?
Oh God, she was secretly betting last year without telling me. Little
Whoa, that's very funny.
She had a fucking Bet365 account without telling me. We missed our mortgage payment 2 or 3 times. Shit was rough.
I bet. I want to let us bets. Our homie from Mexico, hola amigo, Aaron Gordon points ladder. I mean, didn't he have like almost 20 points in game 1? Am I making that up?
He had a big game. I know he had like 12 in the first quarter. He was playing great basketball. I don't hate it.
What if we did his points in the first 6 minutes?
Oh God, let's do it.
Really sweaty.
Let's do it.
What is it, like over 1.5 or something crazy like that?
Let's see if they have it.
I've never done heroin, so let's do this.
Don't do drugs, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't do drugs.
Please do not.
I cannot.
Just bet these nice bets with us. That's what.
I only see points in crunch time today. I don't see or field goals made in the first 3 attempts, field goals made in the first 5 attempts, but I don't see like the first 6 minutes today.
What field goals in the first 3 attempts?
Yeah. Jokic over 3, Michael Porter Jr. over 2.5, Jimmy Butler over 2.5. Those are the ones they have in the first 5 minutes. First 5 field goal attempts. First 3 field goal attempts, they have Jamal Murray at 1.5, Bam at 1.5, Aaron Gordon at 1.5, and Bruce Brown at 1.5.
So basically, that would mean that Aaron Gordon would have to score 1 bucket out of his first 3 shots.
2.
Oh, first 2 shots?
Yeah, it's 1.5.
So you'd have to go 2 for 3 first.
2 for 3, or you have to go 3 for 5.
Yeah, I don't like that so much.
It's kind of weird. Weird square.
What about what's his point? What's Gordon's points line? I feel like that could be a move.
13.5.
How do we feel about that?
Well, if we let's look at what else we have. So if we have Jokic getting 12 plus assists, I would assume that 2 or 3 of those assists are going to be on some Gordon alley-oops.
Yeah.
Based on how things have been going. So there's 6 points right there, hopefully. Then we got to hope that he gets to the line a couple times, knocks down a few free throws, and then maybe he just hits a couple jumpers. He did it in game 1.
So
it was great in game 1.
He had the 16 points. He had 16 points last game after his hot start. 16 points, went 7 of 10, only took 10 shots.
Okay, so he shot 70%, which probably is not happening again.
Yeah, and he finished with 16 points.
Yeah, okay, let's not do that.
Yeah, he doesn't get up there that much. Looking at his game logs, that's tough.
And back-to-back games, he's now hit. Like I could definitely see a little bit of a
regression.
Yeah, Bruce Brown at 10-2 is pretty high. He finished with exactly 10 last game.
What about? All right, so I know you talked about Bam, right? What about Bam? His rebounds? I know Stoney.
I can't trust Bam to rebound. Is Stoney on it?
Stoney put it. So last show for game 1, remember how we cooked that 6-legger? As soon as we got off, Stoney said to me, "Man, we can't put the Jokic Gordon square with the Jokic free square, so we had to pick something else." And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do Bam rebounds." Of course, he hit, and I did something else and missed. But the Jokic Gordon assist squares was absolutely free because Jokic covered it by himself.
Yeah.
Anyway, but he liked Bam last game rebounds, and I think I'm pretty sure he definitely went over for sure. But I don't know. I mean, we've already got Jimmy in that combo square, so we can't really do anything else Jimmy related. What do you guys think?
I do like the KCP over 4.5 3-point attempts.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, okay.
I like that too. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
All right.
Because he doesn't even have to hit him. We just need him to take 5.
Sweet.
Shoot your shot, baby.
I will take a screenshot of this and send it.
Thank you. Thank you. Read it off and then read
Read
it
it
off
off
for
one more
everybody in
time.
chat. Yep. And then I'll post that with the lotto as well when we get off of here. So you guys can ride along if you'd like to. I'm gonna probably end up doing a 2-teamer with that MPJ over 7.5 when mix it with one of my baseball plays. Not gonna lie. But
All right.
this is
Fucking
the question
Here
from
it is.
T-Mac. My
Gabe
question
Vincent.
would be both of them hitting 3 points attempts. That is true.
That
But
is true.
I mean,
Yep.
even if so if you think about it this way, the MPJ shot 11 last game, 10 plus 3 straight, right? Maybe he comes down back to earth a little bit and only shoots 8. Still get over the 7.5. But then those other 3 to 4 threes, where are they going to go? Maybe to KCP. Maybe.
Yeah, KCP only took 3 last game, but that was pretty. I'd say
A
pretty
little bit
low
of an
for him.
outlier. Has
Let me
he
take a
shot?
look.
Has he attempted 5 plus threes consistently? Like, is that
Yeah.
a
Tell you
consistent?
right now. So okay, in the series versus LA, he had 7, 7, 5, and 8. In the series versus the Suns, 5, 3, 2, 2, 4, and 8. So he didn't attempt as many versus the Suns, but like versus LA, he did. And now in the finals, he had one of 3. He shot 3 of 8 last game. Shot really bad.
I mean, it's in their game plan for him to do those attempts. Like, he's got to be up there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Keely, Dan.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes, he did.
he shot
All
terribly.
right, sorry. Go ahead, B. Read it off.
But yeah, in the last series he hit it every single game. The series he went 1 of 3, 3 of 8 in the last game, and then he hit it kind of sporadically. I think 3 out of the 6 games they played versus the Suns. They played 6 games versus the Suns, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 out of the 6 games versus the Suns. He might float around that number. I think it's a big game. Like guys like him, veterans, like they play bigger in moments like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whether it's just more attempts or anything like that.
Yeah.
And the thing is like we're not banking on MPJ to hit like 10 or take 10 shots. It's 3 for him. We need 5 from KCP. If they're hitting, I don't see why they would stop shooting.
And I think that they are going to be hitting.
Yeah. I would
Okay,
rather take KCP over 1.5, but Prize
Yeah.
Picks doesn't have it. And I don't want to take his points line either.
No, of course they don't have it.
Mhm.
Can you read it off one more time for
Yes.
for everybody?
Right. Max Strus over 13.5 points. Gabe Vincent over 13.5 points. Max Strus over 9 points. Jokic over 11 assists. Jamal Murray and Jimmy Butler combo square over 13 assists. Michael Porter Jr. over 7.5 3-pointers attempted, and KCP over 4.5 3-point attempts.
I dig it.
6
I like it.
25x.
25x, baby. Is today the day we hit one? Let's see what
Today
happens.
is the day we hit one.
I feel like
can
this is
feel it.
it's a good. We definitely did some different digging in different areas, which is nice. We didn't just press a couple buttons of star players. I mean, we've got the stars in there to do their jobs, but also some other things as well. Thank you, V. Got it. And then the lotto. Will you read off the lotto one more time?
Yes. Let's put it up one more time.
You guys got any crazy predictions for tonight? Because I got one.
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Bruce Brown is going to have a big game tonight. I think he will have a huge game. Vern knows this. Him and Josh Hart, I just sit there and people like the stars, and I like these guys that just rebound and pass. I fucking love Bruce Brown.
I could see it. I had his 2+ threes in the little lotto I cooked up last game that I think Jimmy Butler ended up selling. But his 2+ threes is great value. He didn't hit his points line, but he hit 2+ threes, which was I think plus 350 or plus 400 on books. So there's definite value there with a guy like that. Even his assist line, he had 2. It's over 1.5 juiced, but he had 2 last game. He's doing a lot of things on the court for this Nuggets team, and he's been doing it all playoffs, whether it's scoring or facilitating or just playing defensively.
What about you, SPJ?
Did you say that Bruce Brown hit 2+ threes game 1?
Yes.
Oh, look at this. Chef coming in at the death. Brother, you got to have the noties on, man. What's up? Hi.
Chef.
Hello.
Noties, Chef. Hello. You're coming in right at the death, but that's okay. Did you say Bruce Brown hit 2 threes last game?
I need to double check now.
Because that is very spicy. And I actually played that last game of the series against the Lakers because he shot has amazing numbers.
2 of 3.
Wow.
Yeah, and his point line was 10.5 minus 115, obviously, right? But his point is the 2+3 is like plus 400.
Holy
and I had it in
shit.
a lotto, and KCP also sold that one. I had KCP 3+, so that was kind of a dud. But
what you could do for a little cheeky value? You could do Bruce Brown 2+3s, Strus 3+3s, MPJ 4+3s. A little 2-3-4 ladder.
Yeah.
Oh man, my 2-2-2 last week was last game, sorry, was rough, man. KCP with 1 on only 2 attempts. Oh god.
Yeah, that was for no reason.
Absolute
for
pain.
no reason.
I think we're going to see a turnaround tonight with that.
Oh yeah.
My crazy prediction for tonight is I think Jimmy Butler flirts with a double or triple double, and the Heat possibly win outright. That's my cheeky prediction. I think they for sure cover, keep it close, and Jimmy Butler possibly has a triple double. And if he does have a triple double, I think they win outright. That's what I think.
Just for Chef T in the chat, the home run lay is something with Bruce Brown.
I got one for you, Chef. I don't know. Did the Astros game already start? Also, we got a new follower. Thank you for the follow on Twitter. We appreciate, or on Twitch. We appreciate you. Jetski Locks gave us the follow. Let's go, Jetski Locks.
Let's go, Jetski.
Riding with the Rockies. I like Jordan to go yeah. I don't know if the Astros game already started, but I do like Jordan to go crazy. Also, I'll say this: the Dodgers game tonight, Sunday Night Baseball. I know that JD Martinez sold my soul yesterday, but he's been absolutely smoking the baseball. If Aaron Judge would have made that crazy ass catch in the outfield yesterday, he would have probably got his bases again. I really like JD Martinez over 1.5 for plus money once again. You guys want to ride something on the diamond?
I will say my one thing that I think that happens tonight is it's probably less of a hot take, but I think Jamal Murray continues to fucking ball out. He had a huge first half last game. I think he had 22 points, finished at 26. Kind of a slower second half, but he was doing a great job facilitating. I think he flirts with a double-double, but I also think that he flirts with about 30, 35 points tonight. I think it's going to be a huge, huge Jamal Murray game. Just the way that they're playing Jokic, the way that they're kind of forcing him, I think he steps up and he does exactly what they fucking don't think that he will. I think that he steps up, wins game 2 for them, and they head back to Miami up 2-0.
Oh, giant fan of Furry Murray. He'll do it.
Furry Murray. So that's the hot take section of this show. And if you guys just want to place one crazy wager, all you got to do is Bruce Brown 2+3s, Jimmy Butler triple double, and Jamal Murray double double, and there you go.
There you go.
See you later.
See you later.
Bang. Gents, it's been an awesome show. We appreciate all of you guys hanging out with us on this beautiful Sunday. Like I said, please turn your notifications on the Twitch channel because our schedule this week will be a little bit different than usual. We're actually going to be going live tomorrow for Puckett. Because of the NHL Game 2 tomorrow. So be sure to tune into that. No show Tuesday, and then we're going to have shows the rest of the week. But tune in, turn the noties on, and you guys can get rocked in and locked in with us whenever we go live, which we appreciate you guys hanging out with us, as always. The Sunday vibes were high with the sunglasses, as always. And go follow these fine gentlemen on Twitter at SukhBrar4. Please go follow Vsauce on Twitter and go follow myself at SweatPantJesus. And as always, please go follow Betting News on our Twitch account, on our Twitter account at Your Betting News. Yeah, exactly. And go follow and go to bettingnews.com. You can read all about Game 2. You can read all about the NHL playoffs. You can read all about UFC, horse racing, baseball, anything you want. Go to bettingnews.com. It really is a hub for a little bit of everything. So you guys came for the winners and you stayed for the vibes. We appreciate it as always. Gents, you got any final words for the kiddos before we get out of here?
Let's fucking have some fun with these last few NBA games and last couple NHL games, right? The summer's going to be dry. It'll still be fun, but it's going to be fucking dry in terms of games to watch. So let's have fun while we can. We'll sweat out one of these games during the week too, and let's hit a fucking lotto today. Sukh?
Today's the day, baby.
Let's just fucking enjoy Bruce Brown. Let's just enjoy that, man.
People hear breathing right now. I'm going to have to clip this and send it to Bruce Brown.
Oh my God! Do you think he'll see it? Do you think he'll see it? Oh God!
We might have Bruce Brown in the chat next show. You never know.
Right.
We'll have a Bruce Brown appearance.
Bruce Brown over Bronny, baby. Let's go.
Ooh, yes, let's go. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Thanks so much. We'll see you on Wednesday for Game 3. Enjoy the game tonight. Bet responsibly as always, and we'll see you on the next one. Deuces.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here.
rolling.
What you gonna do?
Rolling.
What you gonna do?
Down in the rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about